Everybody, shut the fuck up. This could be it. This could be the one to take us away from this god-awful burning pile of shit we call a planet. We just spotted something massive flying into our solar system, and there's a non-zero chance it's alien technology. The chance is still very, very slim, but it's non-zero. Please let them be here to save us. Please let them be here to save us. Please take me away. Take me away. On July 1st, scientists in Chile using the Atlas telescope spotted this object called 3I/Atlas. It's moving faster than anything we've ever seen, moving 152,000 miles per hour. It's 7 miles wide from another star system, and it's taking a very suspicious little tour of our inner solar system, almost like it's scouting our planets. It'll pass close to Venus, Mars, and Jupiter before waving at Earth in December. Normal comet behavior, right? Except it's not! That path has a 0.005% chance of happening randomly. Avi Loeb, who's basically the Harvard Ancient Aliens guy of space academia, says this thing might actually be braking as it approaches our sun to stay in our solar system longer. And when that happens, it'll be perfectly hidden behind the sun! Why the fuck would a random comet hide behind the sun? And it gets better. There's a tiny chance it can do something weird between November 21st and December 5th. Like maneuver or change course. Now, most scientists are like, girl, please be serious. It has a tail and dust, so it's most likely a comet. Okay. Now, aside from the fact that this 7-mile wide comet is traveling at 152,000 miles through our innermost solar system, and that has a 0.005% chance of happening, I'd also like everybody to keep in mind we launched the Voyager probes in the 70s, and those are still floating out in space somewhere. So if we've sent out space probes, who is to say others haven't? Maybe 3I/Atlas is just a regular fucking comet. Or maybe it's the cosmic equivalent of somebody driving by our house really slow just to see what the fuck we got going on Earth. Regardless, until we have definitive proof, we can't say that this is actually alien tech. But I'm praying that it is. Like, I'm praying real bad. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Forgive me for believing that a child's safety outweighs a priest's right to secrecy. Is it really so radical that I would like to live in a country where child abuse makes people more uncomfortable than, I don't know, breaking the seal of Catholic confession? The Trump administration just blocked a Washington state law that would have required priests to report child sexual abuse. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. I posted a video about this the other day, but it was taken down, so we're gonna try this again. Back in May, Washington passed SB 5375, which basically said, hey, clergy members in the Catholic Church, if someone tells you that they're abusing a child, you should maybe report it to someone other than God. Shocking, I know. Us radical leftist lunatics and our revolutionary ideology on protecting children. If a doctor hears a child is being abused, they have to report it. Teachers, they have to report it. Therapists, they have to report it. But priests? Yeah, they'll just tell you to pray on it. Because in the Catholic Church, priests are absolutely forbidden from revealing anything someone confesses to them during the Sacrament of Reconciliation. Within 72 hours of SB 5375 being passed, the Catholic Church sued. And who came in running faster than you can say Jeffrey Epstein? Trump's Department of Justice. Because when it comes to protecting children from predators or protecting predators from their consequences, they said, let's go with the second option. So now, a federal judge put the law on pause, at least for Catholic priests in Washington state, because, and I quote, this might burden their free exercise of religion. And look, as someone who was raised in the Catholic Church, who was an altar boy, who went to Catholic school, I understand the sanctity of the Sacrament of Reconciliation. I understand that confessionals are never meant to be shared. We're just saying, maybe don't leave felonies in the confessional, like, I don't know, child sexual abuse. And I'm not saying that all priests are trying to protect predators. I'm just saying, if you're fighting this hard to keep child abuse a secret, you're not defending religion, you're defending power. And Trump, Mr. I'm pro-life, but also I'm pro-protecting child institutional rape. You're really never gonna beat the me and Jeffrey Epstein had a child sex trafficking ring allegations. Especially when your entire legal agenda reads like a predator's Christmas list. First, you gutted the State Department office that investigates sex trafficking. Yes, including child sex labor. Then, you blocked the release of the Epstein files. You're debating whether or not to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell, a woman who who helped Jeffrey Epstein recruit, groom, and sexually abuse minors. And now you're stepping in so priests can hear confessions like, "Forgive me, Father, I molested a child." And then they can just go, say 3 Hail Marys and try not to do it again. This is impeachment level activity. How has nobody in the House initiated an impeachment inquiry? Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? There is a famine currently happening in Gaza, and it's not the result of a drought or a natural disaster. It's man-made. It's deliberate. It's political, and it's killing people. In the last 24 hours, 10 Palestinians died of starvation. Over 100 humanitarian organizations, including the World Health Organization, have now declared what Israel and its allies have tried to deny. Gaza is in a state of mass starvation. The World Health Organization's director said it plainly. A large proportion of the population of Gaza is starving, and it is man-made. Parents tell us their children cry themselves to sleep from hunger. This is what a blockade looks like. More than 2 million people cut off completely from food, water, and medicine. 900,000 children going hungry. 70,000 children already showing signs of malnutrition. Children with no pre-existing conditions now weighing half of what they should be weighing. And babies dying in hospitals. Not because of disease, but because they haven't eaten. Doctors in Gaza say that they're receiving waves of people. Children, mothers, and they're all shivering from hunger. And the IV glucose that they're offering people only lasts a few hours. The World Food Program is now saying that 1/3 of Gaza's population is now going on multiple days of not having any food. Entire families are eating once every 48 hours if they're lucky. Israel says it isn't responsible, that Hamas is stealing the food. Hamas is saying that that isn't true. The UN says thousands of Palestinians have been killed while trying to receive aid. Many of them being killed near sites managed by the Israeli and US-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. Meanwhile, Israeli officials keep denying that there's a famine when there clearly is one. We are watching children wither away on camera. We are watching parents bury their toddlers that were born perfectly healthy and died weighing less than 10 pounds. We are watching doctors collapsing alongside patients from hunger. Meanwhile, the ceasefire talks continue to stall while people die waiting for food, waiting for medicine, waiting for water, waiting for the world to treat them like they're fucking humans. 2 far-right Israeli ministers have now called for no aid and no deal. This is a death sentence. This isn't national defense. And if Palestinians can't even get food, what do you think the hostages are eating? This isn't a war. This is a siege. This is what happens when international law is treated like it's a fucking option. As per usual, I have several links in my bio, some of them leading to resources, other donations. If you can donate, please do. If you can't, please at least share the GoFundMes or the resources to your social media platforms to bring more awareness to what's happening. Clearly, some of you bitches have lost the plot completely, so let me break this shit down for you. I keep seeing people on social media, particularly people leaning on the far left side of the political scale, saying, "Don't vote for Gavin Newsom in 2028. Are you actually fucking stupid? Genuinely, do you wake up every single day choosing to be this willfully fucking idiotic? We are practically living under a dictatorship right now. Trump has federalized the National Guard. He's throwing peaceful protesters in jail. He's tearing up reproductive rights, tearing up LGBTQ+ rights. And you want to sit here and argue about which Democrat isn't good enough for you? Would it be nice to have a president who believes in universal health care, helping the homeless, wants to overhaul climate policy, and checks off every single progressive box? Absolutely. Of course it would. But we don't have that fucking luxury right now. And it's the same bitches who are saying we aren't voting for Gavin Newsom in 2028 that decided to vote third party this last election instead of voting for Kamala Harris. And look at where that got us. And honestly, I am so sick and tired of this fake intellectual moral high ground that you bitches claim to be on, because you aren't radical. You aren't revolutionaries. You're fucking idiots. You're not dismantling the system. You're just making it easier for fascists to win while you sit around jerking yourselves off thinking about how morally fucking pure you are. This isn't Build-A-Bear where you get to custom order your perfect progressive president, bitch. We don't have the luxury of playing fantasy football while our democracy is on fire. We either come together to kick this wannabe fuck-ass dictator out of office, or we don't get the chance to complain about democracy ever again because it'll be stripped away from us. Pick a fucking lane.